instantaneously to the stars. Would that also allow entities to travel instantaneously back to us?
Oh, most certainly, without question.
Is it being done now, do you think?
I do not have direct evidence that it is, but I believe that we have certainly been on a path, at least for the past 60 years, towards reclaiming that technology. And my sense is that, yes, we have reclaimed a good bit of it.
Everything in the universe vibrates and oscillates at various frequencies. Therefore, the connecting link between all forms of energy is vibration, sympathetic harmony, and resonance. Dr. Dan Burish and others have discovered that a simple quartz crystal, electricity, and water are all the ingredients needed to create a medium for spontaneous DNA to appear in the vacuum. A micro wormhole in which life springs from the void and the fabric of the creational universe comes through into this dimension. The same observations have been made by Dr. Viktor Grebenikov in his beach sand experiment. Basically, he heated beach silicate to white-hot luminescence and placed it in a sterile environment for 24 hours. He also had a control group that was not heated. The results were staggering. No micro-life was visible in the control group as expected, but in the vials that had been heated to super white-hot luminescence, not only single-cell but multiple cellular life forms were present in the environment that would be theoretically impossible for life to form in. It simply appeared through a trans-dimensional rift in space-time. Similar experiments have even been conducted on the Russian space station, in which spontaneous DNA was witnessed in samples of cosmic dust. The world of torsion physics is about to reshape our scientific knowledge concerning the Big Bang and the origins of life in this creation.
Welcome back to Coast. I'm George Norrie with guest William Henry. William, when you talk about the tower possibly being also an antenna, tell me about that. What do you mean by antenna?
Well, the Tower of Babel, according to Babylonian myth, was a recreation of a pillar called Meru that once existed in Samaria in the most ancient of times. It was an antenna brought to Earth by Ea, the genetic scientist referred to earlier as the one that genetically altered humanity. According to the myths and legends associated with this pillar, it was an antenna that channeled or attracted a higher vibrational healing energy. The immortals dwelled at Meru. And again, the Babel Tower is a recreation of the Meru pillar. They dwelled there because of the energy or frequency that was emitted from this pillar or antenna. It seemed to bathe them in some form of an environment that was conducive to not only just to life, but also to enhanced human performance.
Was it like a calling card? Hello, this is where we are.
Oh, it most certainly is a calling card, because I've collected, and these are in the Cloak of the Illuminati book, I've collected examples of this pillar as it's been recreated throughout time. They were flashing between the dimensions, and this is where the idea of the shining ones comes from. These beings flash in between dimensions and in between worlds.
Whenever they appear?
When they appear. There is almost always this flash of light that is associated with it. And this is where my research starts to really take off for me, because what I found, unlike in the movies Stargate and Contact, where the characters just up and walk through the Stargate or wormhole.
Right. Yeah, as a matter of fact, in Stargate, they were the soldiers, if I remember.
Right.
Or traveling astronauts, whatever they may be. And you're right, they kind of walked through it.
Right.
And, of course, Jodie was in her little machine.
Exactly. But in the ancient myths and legends that I've uncovered that focus on the stargates and wormholes, there was an intense mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional preparation that was undergone preparatory to this flash experience. And that preparation transformed one into an ascended human being, an Illuminati, a Homo Angelus, whatever term you wish to apply to it. And we all have 4 primary power tools in our hands right now. And these are the gifts of modern science, but can easily be rendered as the gifts of the ancient gods. And those power tools are atoms, genes, neurons, and the 4th is our cognitive ability.
Well, I hope we don't end up like Atlantis.
Right. See, that's the challenge of our times, is that we are coming back around on the same spiral that led to destruction in the past, and now we have the choice. Are we going to choose terror, or are we going to choose terra, love and compassion?
And like you said at the outset, it all depends on who's in control at the time.
Exactly, and how aware the citizens of Earth are willing to become.
But why are we always strangled by people who have evil? Why doesn't good take over? Or will it win out in the long run?
I wonder if there's just a genetic propensity to follow rather than lead, and that's the crux of it right there.
Sit gloria, Eusque soli filio, soli filio. Alleluia,
have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for